All right, men, welcome to today's episode of Strong Men, Strong Marriages. My name is Mike Frazier, MD, and I help high achieving men save their marriages. So, this episode is based on a question that I got from one of the members of our Strong Man system. What to do when your wife doesn't respond? Look, it's hard, if you're separated or just even during the day, if you're kind of texting your wife, you get no response. A lot of times we get frustrated and sad about that. So, we're going to talk about what to do. This is a common thing that comes up. So here's what you're trying right now. So if you're separated from your wife, usually you start by trying to win her back. Now, that's a big mistake. You can get my free training about why that's a mistake and what to do instead at mikefraziermd.com. Just go to the part where it says get my training. But part of this idea of trying to win her back is sending your wife a lot of different messages. Okay. So sending things like, I love you, I miss you, I can't be without you. Okay. And so you're trying to send these things like, basically, I want you back is what you're saying. And then you get no response, nothing, right? Or a minimal response. Like a lot of guys, they'll send me a message and they'll send something like, I miss you, I care about you. And then she'll be like, oh, did you pick this up from the store? Right? Something like that. And guys will get understandably frustrated by that. So a lot of times what they'll do next is kind of start resorting to assassinating her character, right? Okay, I tried being nice. That doesn't seem to be working. So let's try to go kind of negative on this, right? So they'll say stuff like, well, why don't you respond to me? Okay. How could you do this to me? How could you separate from me? How could you hurt me like this? How could you do this to the kids? Think about how this divorce is going to affect them, right? And you're the one doing it. Look, I want things to work and you don't. Okay, basically, I'm better than you because I want the marriage to work and you don't. Now, forget about the fact about how much I've hurt you. Forget about the fact that I have had affairs. Forget about the fact that I have not prioritized you for 10, 15, 20 years. Okay, don't worry about all that. Just worry about how you're hurting the kids by divorcing, right? So hopefully you're seeing the issue here. But, guys fall into this. Another thing guys will say is, why can't you move past this, right? Can't we just work together and move forward? Can't we just put the past in the past? Okay, I have an episode specifically addressing this one, but that does not work. Okay. So again, you get no response, right? Back. Or she gets angry back. Okay. So you're like, how could you do this to me, to the kids? And she's like, do this to you. Look what you did to me, right? And now you're off to the races to a big fight. Or you're like, why can't you move past this? Can't we just move together? She's like, look, I've tried, but you've a bunch of times told me things are getting better and now they're not. Okay, everybody gets activated and it doesn't go anywhere particularly productive. Okay, if this sounds familiar, okay, it's pretty common. So then you might move on to like even insulting her, right? Oh, fine, yeah, I had the affair, but look what a jerk you were, you never appreciated me or whatever, right? Or you threatened to divorce her. Okay, fine, let's just do it. Let's just get divorced. Okay, basically saying things to her like, well, why don't you find out what it's like? See if you can afford that same apartment, see if you can afford that same car if I'm not around, right? As a high achieving guy, a high income guy, sometimes we sort of use that threat, or we do it indirectly by buying her something expensive, showing her like, hey, with me you can have this, but without me you're not going to have this. Okay, it's all kind of tricky. And she doesn't like it. Okay, it doesn't really respond. So here's the thing, guys. Like, her just being quiet has revealed your true character. Okay. So at first you said, I love you. But in the end, you started insulting and threatening her. Okay. You've showed your true colors by her being quiet. So in some ways, it's kind of a strategy for her, right? If I don't respond, I'm going to see who this guy really is. Okay. And she's seen this pattern plenty of times in your marriages. That's why she wants to leave, wants to separate, wants to divorce, wherever you're at right now, right? Why she doesn't want to be intimate with you. Okay, she's seen that, yeah, I'm nice for a while, but then when I'm not, I get mean. Okay. When I don't get what I want, I get mean. And she's tired of that. So the other way that guys might go, they might not start insulting and being mean and stuff, but what they might do instead is, okay, you're not going to say anything to me. Fine. I'm not going to say anything to you either. Right. And so, maybe she reaches out to you, hey, could you pick up the kids? Or no answer. Or, hey, how are you doing today? You give her no answer. Right. And then she starts saying, oh, fine, you don't want to talk to me. This is how you always are. You freeze me out. You don't talk with me. Okay. So your kind of silent treatment, it's sort of a subtle way of saying, okay, fine. Like, you do that to me, I'm going to do that to you, And again, kind of see how you do without me. right? Fine, you withdraw, I'm going to withdraw too. Okay, it's juvenile. It's what teens dating each other would do. Okay, it's emotionally immature is what it comes down to. And so, the silent treatment or losing your temper, they're both emotionally immature responses, not strong. Okay. And the point of like your silent treatment is it's still hurtful. Okay. It's still sadistic, meaning you're wanting to hurt her, right? Show her that she's not going to be very good off without you. It's narcissistic. You're really just thinking about yourself here. Okay. You're not really worried about how this is impacting her. Well, worse than that, you're actually wanting it to hurt her. Okay. All right. So what do you do instead? Okay. So if you try to reach out to her wife, but she doesn't respond, you need to check in with yourself before you send another message. Okay. Take a few deep breaths. All right. It really does slow down that fight or flight response. It's simple. Okay. Couple deep breaths. Okay. I'm feeling calmer already. And it really does work that quickly. Okay. So before you send that next text, right? You send a text, no answer. You're starting to feel yourself get upset. Take some breaths and then sit down and think to yourself, okay, what was I thinking when I wrote that text? Okay. And what am I thinking now that she's not responding? Okay. And actually write these things out. Okay. You could say it in your head, but it's a lot better if you just write it out. Okay. So when I wrote that text, I was thinking, hey, I care about you and I miss you. Okay. So that's not too bad. Right. But then that she didn't respond. Now I'm thinking, she hates me. This is hopeless. I'm desperate. I want to get her back. I'm so mad. Can't you just see past this? Right. So you write all those things out. So instead of just firing them off, you're just writing them somewhere else. Okay. you're getting them out. This is a more emotionally mature way to deal with this. Okay. So again, it might be something like, I miss you. When you don't respond, I feel helpless. I feel hurt. Then I feel angry and I want to hurt you back. Okay. So when you write that out for yourself, okay, now you're in a better spot. And really, this wouldn't be that bad of a message to send her because it shows more emotional maturity. Okay. And maybe you finish that up with something like, look, when you don't respond, I feel helpless. I feel hurt. Then I feel angry. I want to hurt you back. But I don't want to be that guy. I've been that guy lots of times. I don't want to do that anymore. So, yeah, let's go pick up the kids or whatever. Right. Um, and again, that's going to show a lot more emotional maturity that you're aware of your emotions and you can express them in a way that's not just firing off and trying to hurt her. Okay. But what you want to look at too is if these feelings, okay, so I feel helpless, I feel hurt, I want to hurt you, is that attractive or not? Hopefully it's clear to you those are not attractive feelings. Your wife doesn't want to be someone who's helpless, hurt, and wants to hurt her. Okay. Nobody wants to be around someone like that. So look, do not send her another message while you're in this state of feeling helpless or feeling hurt or wanting to hurt her. Okay. You need to hold off. Okay. If you're in the strongman system and you're listening to this, use the state fair model that we know how to use, right? And go through this in detail. Situation: my wife did not respond to me. What's my thought? How do I feel about that? What did I do? Why did I do it? What's the result? Okay. And then get yourself in a better headspace that's confident and strong. The other thing you need to do, right, is let yourself feel sad and hurt and angry. Of course it's sad. This is someone that you loved and that you had a great relationship with and you still love, right? But she's not responding to you. Of course you feel sad. Of course you feel hurt. Of course you feel angry. That's fine. It's normal. Let yourself feel it. Okay. If you're in the strongman system, you know this well, right? You name it. I'm feeling sad that my wife's not responding to me. You feel it in your body. Feel it in my chest. Feels kind of heavy. Then you deal with it appropriately. Maybe you just let that one be there. With sadness, sometimes just let it be there. You let yourself cry. You talk with a friend, okay? Something like that. If you're angry, right? I feel angry about that. I feel it in my chest. It's hot. It's fiery. It's red. It's coming up to my neck, right? Then you deal with that appropriately. Okay, I just need to kind of get out for a little bit. I need to go hit a punching bag. I need to go exercise. I need to do my slow breathing, okay? And then you come back, right? And you decide how you want to respond to this situation that's in accordance with who you want to be as a man, right? So your wife's not responding to your messages. That's what's going on, right? So what do you want to think about that? Okay. So maybe it's something like, look, yeah, I've hurt her. I haven't been there for her. She's probably angry and tired of me right now. And I can understand that, right? And I just want her to know I'm here for her, right? And I don't want to be that guy that's hurting her anymore. Okay. What do you want to feel about that? Okay. Maybe it's sad but understanding and caring towards her. Okay. And those are attractive, right? Yeah, I'm sad I hurt you. When your wife can see that you actually are sad about what you've hurt her, it actually is attractive because she knows you have remorse. And that means you're making some progress toward not doing it anymore. Okay, understanding is always attractive. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I can get why you wouldn't want to respond to me, right? That could be a decent text to send back. Hey, I get why you don't want to respond to me. I've hurt you lots of times. I get it. I don't want to be that guy. I'm sorry. Okay. That's an attractive text because you're taking responsibility. You're letting, even if you said something like, yeah, I'm sad about that, but I get it. I understand. That's attractive, right? And you may not get a response, but again, that's not the point. The point is not to get a response. The point is to be the kind of guy you want to be. Now, just so happens that by being that guy that's strong in body, mind, heart, and spirit and sexually strong, right? You're doing the most likely thing that will get a positive response. It's not guaranteed, but it's the most likely thing. And you win anyway because you feel strong and you feel good and you feel attractive. Got it? And that's why it's called the strongman system, the program, and not win your wife back. Because if you're focused on winning your wife back, you have a problem. Again, watch the free training at MikeFraserMD.com for more details on that. So again, you're thinking, okay, I've heard her. I get where she's coming from. Yeah, that's sad, but I get it. Okay, that's how you feel about it. Sad but understanding. So then, what do you want to do about it? Okay, so maybe you send a message back of understanding, appreciation, and maybe it's just business matters, right? Okay, so maybe it's just, hey, like I get it. You're upset. I would be too, and I don't want to be the guy that gets all upset. So hey, who's picking up groceries today? Or I'm happy to pick up groceries or whatever, right? So you manage the business stuff. Okay. And you don't expect a response back. Even if you're going to send something that's nice, like appreciation, hey, just want to let you know, I think you're a great mom. Thank you for picking up the kids today. If you send something like that and you're in this mindset of, hey, I just want to show appreciation, great. If you're in the mindset of, hey, I'll do this and hopefully she writes back, right? And you're anxious and and now you're going to be hurt when she doesn't respond back and get all mad. Okay. That's not a good spot. So you just sense the difference in yourself. One feels confident, one feels needy. Okay. One's attractive, one's not. So again, the key is when it comes to responding to your wife's silent treatment, you get to choose your response. You really do. You get to choose whether you're going to think, feel, and act in a more attractive way, which is understanding and caring towards her, or a less attractive way, which is desperate and angry and trying to hurt her. Okay, you get to choose that. So how you're thinking and feeling, okay, they matter much more than the exact words that you say or send to her. Because you could say the same words. Oh yeah, I understand you and I care about you. Okay, but you could say it like that. Yeah, I understand you, I care about you. And your wife knows, okay, the thought behind that is, oh, Dr. Mike told him to say this and now he's saying it and I don't believe it, right? Versus when the thought really is like, hey, like I've heard you, I really do get it. Like I understand where you're coming from. I wouldn't really want to talk to me either. And really feel that she can tell the difference. Okay. In text, it's a little harder to tell the difference, but if it's there in you, that's the win. Again, her response we can't control, but we can control how we think and feel and act. Okay. And again, even if you send quote all the right things, you send her, hey, I understand, and I get it, right? And she sends nothing back. That's sad, but it's fine, right? We're not trying to control her response. That's the whole point. Okay. You're on a mission to build your strength up because to become the type of man that you want to be. It's the game you cannot lose, right? By building up your strength. Okay. So as you do that, you feel great. And it just so happens you're doing the most likely thing to win her back. Look, you may become this strong, great guy, this Lamborghini, this Ferrari, this Prince Charming, and she might still say, sorry, I don't choose to be with you. That is hard. It's very hard. But you are the Prince Charming now. You're the Lamborghini, you're the Ferrari. You feel good about who you are. And you do have romantic options now because of that. Okay. So if you're looking for a complete system to become that strongest, most attractive version of yourself, which again, that feels great in its own, and it's the most likely thing to save your marriage. So come and join the Strongman system. We'd love to have you there. Okay? You're going to build up your spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, and sexual strength to the highest levels they have ever been, guaranteed. Okay? You're going to feel strong and confident, good about who you are. You're going to know what you're doing in your life. Okay? You're becoming an expert at communication, listening, expressing yourself, managing conflicts, and you're going to know how to build passion and intimacy in your marriage and fun and flirting and all of that. Okay. So look, when you have those skills and you are that, like you are a real life Prince Charming, that Lamborghini, that Ferrari, the type of guy that a great woman wants to be with. Okay? Guaranteed. So visit MikeFrazierMD.com and watch the free training, the 3 fatal mistakes men make when trying to save their marriage and what to do instead. That'll give you kind of some clues on what to stop doing right now, because you're probably doing stuff that's making things worse. So you need to stop those things and then start doing things that work. Okay, so go to MikeFrazierMD.com, jump in the free training. If you're ready to just join the Strongman system right now, if you just click on work with me at MikeFrazierMD.com, jump in and let's get going. All right, guys, stay strong. We will see you next episode.